Hello Gemini, welcome to your money and career reading. Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Jupiter, Gemini. Any messages for Gemini in money and career? Jupiter is about to enter your sign actually, so, ooh. Waterfall and volcanoes. Something is, okay, effortless volatility. For some of you, we are needing to create a bit more flow so that something doesn't build up to a point of overwhelm. So maybe you need to look at your schedule, have a bit more of a routine with checking in with certain tasks, or there's just something that needs to be addressed because previously it has been building up to this overwhelming moment and then everything kind of explodes and feels out of control. It's about facilitating flow. A lot of you though, there's some kind of faded moment coming in where it's been under the surface for a long time, but it is going to crack open and then flow. And it took a lot of effort. It feels like you're reaching a point of mastery where something is finally starting to feel effortless. You've incorporated it into your routine. You've incorporated it into your energy. And now your mindset, you've adapted. You've come to see this as second nature, so you don't have to think about it as much anymore. You're just starting to do it naturally, and you're starting to see those benefits. So something is currently difficult. It's a lot of work. It is building and building and building under the surface, but soon it will reach the surface and it can't be contained anymore, and it's ready to crack and it's going to flow. And this, to me, these are very complementary energies as well, where the water is cooling the volcano and the volcano is maybe bringing a bit of excitement to the otherwise, does it feel a little boring with that waterfall? Any messages for Gemini in money or career? Gemini. Oop, just bumped the pentacles, so hopefully there's an Ace of Pentacles in here. We got some money, 8 of Wands, everything's about to pick up, everything's about to just take off. Fast. Put yourself out there too. There could be some long distance travel or communication, like over the internet, applying to a long distance job. Maybe you can work remote, or maybe you're thinking of moving. It's like, I'm just going to put myself out there because something's going to stick. So with this 8 of Wands, we always see that whatever we are putting into the world will come back to us. But you are the initiator here. There's a lot of activity around you, and whatever you're putting into the world will come back to you. 4 of Pentacles. So you want to save some money. You want to save your money. There's maybe some resistance to all of this movement, but look, when we resist, that's what creates the volcano explosion. It's if you push and bury and bury and bury, then eventually it comes up to the surface in a uncontrollable way. So just keep that in mind, that whatever is not addressed will come out at some point, and I think you'd rather do it according to your terms. You've also got the Chariot and the Page of Wands. Okay, so you do have movement. A lot of you could very well be looking at real estate. You could be looking to purchase some land, or maybe move into a new place. Maybe this is your landlord, but there is movement. I'm seeing a lot of travel, movement generally. Things are just moving. There's a lot of flow. You're exploring, you're exploring, you're eagerly going out and seeing what's out there. You're thinking about your message with the Page of Wands. Some of you could be learning to use a new instrument or new tool, really thinking about how you communicate your message and how to make it bigger. There's a lot of expansion happening here. You want to do the underground work now so that you reach a point of effortlessness. You reach that expansion point where you're still doing the same amount of work, but it has a bigger reach. For example, everything is working together. Everything, every aspect of you is working well together. Everything's aligned. I see music for a lot of you, travel, acquiring some assets, maybe buying a car, a house. There are assets here. But it's interesting. It's like international travel, stay close to home. Big travel, stay close to home. You don't want to get ahead of yourself. I think the message here is about balance and having these complementary aspects working together. So maybe you have a partnership, or maybe it's aspects of you where, like, today or the first half of the day I do this, the second half of the day I do this other thing. There's a lot of opportunity for expansion and movement and things, and maybe that's what it's saying, is like you don't actually have to go as far as you think you do, because the product itself or the project is about to take off and do all of this work for you. Like something is clicking, something is growing. You're reaching more people without having to go very far yourself. So you don't have to promote yourself as much anymore. Your work is starting to speak for itself. You are reaching far corners of the world, I'm hearing. King of Cups and the Three of Pentacles. So trust your decision, trust your investments. You are in a very good place. The right answer will give you peace. And what's interesting about this, the beaver, they kind of create a home wherever they want to, right? They create the boundaries, they build a home wherever they can. So you can adapt. This is speaking to your adaptability, but also your skill. You can take these skills with you wherever you go. You're not limited. Some of you need to hear that. You're not limited. You're finishing a journey, you're finishing a project, you're finishing something, finishing the last few details. Maybe get a professional to look it over if this is your resume. Why not invest a little bit in yourself? Why not invest in yourself? Have a professional look at your resume and just give you some advice. But really, your best work is speaking for itself. And this is really promising. So what are you really good at? What is your natural, what is this skill? Because you are a master of some kind of detail, some kind of work. A lot of you may be going into therapy, working as a therapist, something about healing others, helping them communicate, helping them feel stronger. The seeds that you're planting now are going to expand. So invest, put that thing out there, start to reach out, start to expand, because whatever you're putting out into the world, it's catching. It's going to start to sprout. It's going to start to grow. It's going to take off. But there could be some unexpected change that comes up. Maybe I don't know, some of you might have to move. If you really want the opportunity of your dreams, it requires some kind of movement. Queen of Swords. So release it, put it out there, publish it. Two of Pentacles. You've been balancing, and I know that you've given a lot of effort. Some of you have been juggling multiple jobs. I feel that you can cut yourself free from one of those distractions or one of those jobs. Something that you've been doing two things. You've been caught up between two places, or you've been divided between two jobs. You can absolutely cut off one of those now, because something is taking precedence. Something is focused and it's growing, and it comes more naturally to you. King of Cups says that as well. It has to come naturally to you. So what comes naturally to you? Cut off the thing that doesn't. Six of Cups. There's some nostalgia attached to this. Some of you actually could hear about an opportunity through word of mouth. So talk to people, reach out, connect to your friends, connect to your network right now, because there's some kind of opportunity that you might hear about simply through who you know. I do see you looking for a location. Four of Cups. Okay, so it's like you're kind of ignoring your nostalgia right now, because you have to focus on this movement. I think that with this Two of Pentacles, there is some duality within you. There are two influences. One comes very naturally to you. The other is an interest, but it just feels like you need to cut off one of these influences right now, even though it's got some emotional or sentimental value. I feel that you can't connect as clearly to it for some reason, and that's just because the energy is setting you up to focus on this one thing. Like, it's all expanding so fast. It's happening so fast. It's so powerful. Gemini, Three of Cups. Okay. Celebration, happiness. This reading, even, it's only 12 minutes and we've been like talking a lot, but we've been moving quickly. You're going to be very happy. Here's a celebration. Harvest season, I'm feeling for a lot of you, this could be in 6 to 8 months, actually. So this might come up more in October, September, October, maybe November, harvest season. But look at what you want to celebrate. Look at your harvest. What can you set up now that will pay off later? What can you set up now with this Four of Pentacles, a little bit of savings? Maybe a lot of you are kind of wrestling with temptation. It's like, well, I've gotten this recent increase, things are going really well, but I can't blow all this money. It's like when people win the lottery and then they go bankrupt. They don't know how to manage this sudden increase. So you've got to be very careful with managing your increase. And maybe this is where the professional Queen of Swords or the King of Cups can help you with how to invest or how to manage your resources, manage your time, or even someone who can talk you through making the best decision, because you seem to have multiple choices. But it is very important, as much as there's movement now, it's important to set up something now that pays off later. So there's so much happiness, and I think new friends, joy, and reconnecting with people that you've neglected, or something from past you, child you, that you've neglected. You can connect to that now. And again, this is something that comes naturally to you. For those of you that may be stuck, it's like, well, I don't know what my natural skill is. It comes naturally to you. Like, what did you want to be when you were a kid? What role did you play? What shoes did you want to wear? What hat did you want to wear? Because that is where you're going to That's a part of you that's just natural, so it's effortless, and that seems to be where the growth comes from. So my friends, Gemini, I hope this was helpful to you. If you would like a personal reading, my website is below. It's queenofpentacles.ca.